The type of people I do not understand are the people that when you tell them you don't want children, like you do not plan on having kids, it's not in the future, it's not in the cards, it's a no. It's a no, okay? And they say, that's what you think for now, you're gonna change your mind later, you're just saying that right now. It's like, I said I don't want children. Why are you trying to fight?
Why don't you want to have children? Why don't you want to have kids? Why are you not getting pregnant? Why are you not making babies? These questions are very annoying, to be honest. And these are questions that are very common questions that people ask women, especially women that don't have children, or women that don't want to have kids. You know, when you ask a woman and be like, why would you have kids? How many kids you have? Oh, I don't have any. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. No, I don't want to have kids. Oh, why? Like they ask you why. Why don't you want to have kids? And the thing is, when the question is the other way or the answer is the other way, and be like, oh my God, how many kids do you have? Oh, I have 5 kids. Oh wow, that's beautiful. Oh, you're a strong woman. Then I'm going to ask you, why do you have 5? Are you okay? Yeah, okay. You're a strong woman for having 5, but for you to say you don't want to have a child, you choose not to have a child, you are not okay. You are abnormal. And the thing is, with the way the world is going, with the way life is going, having kids is risky. Getting pregnant is risky. Look at what's going on in the US, what's going on everywhere. It's not just one country. Everywhere. Like, it's risky. And the fact that they keep selling this motherhood thing to women is annoying. Okay? And the people that sell this thing are the ones that are miserable. The regretful mothers are the ones that usually sell motherhood. Watch it. Because some of the time when some people ask me, oh, when are you having another baby? I don't even usually answer. But then the thing is, some of them that usually ask me, they might have like 2 or 4 kids, and I'd be like, I don't have. But sometimes I answer, or sometimes I just don't answer, and they'll be like, oh, just have whatever you want to do now, so that you can relax and all of that. Then the next thing, they start complaining about their children, about how life is difficult. Oh, I don't even have time. Oh, these children want to kill me. They are so much. I don't even have time. I cannot go to markets by myself. I cannot go out. This little time that I have, the dad is already calling me to come home to take care of the children. I don't even know what to do. The house is a mess. All the old furniture is in. Like the house is scattered. They always complain after asking that question. So are you motivating me or you're demotivating me to have children? And that is the thing. They don't know how they tell on themselves. You're telling somebody to be like you. You're advertising your life to somebody, but then you don't know that we are seeing what you're going through. That's the thing. I feel like women that actually advertise and sell that motherhood thing for you are the ones that regret it the most. Yeah, I have some few videos to share with you all. Let me roll some videos for you all to watch, and yeah, I'll see you at the end of the video.
There's some things about being child free that I don't think the child free community talks about a lot, or maybe this is just how I feel. But there are some fears that I have, and in some of the reasons why I do not want to have kids. And I just wanted to give the 3 that I feel like, yeah, I'm really scared. I am really scared, and I'm not a risk taker. I have no intention of changing these fears. These fears will live forever. And for those of you who go down this path, more power to you. First big fear about having kids is that I don't want to give my kids a bad dad. And I'm talking about the entire spectrum of bad dadness. I'm talking about absent, doesn't call them, doesn't even acknowledge their existence to. He's in the house, but he doesn't participate. He's not a good dad. You know what I mean? And like they tell us to pick better, and the stress of picking better has me picking none, because why is it on me? But I feel like I would get mad at me. I know myself. If I have like the kind of one who like makes the kids wait to pick them up, and like they sit at the door waiting for dad to come and he doesn't come, it's not my fault. But I know I'll be mad at me, and I'm so scared. I can't have that happen to me. And the only way to prevent that is to not participate at all. Yeah. Yeah. Before you start saying, oh my gosh, Shalom, just fix that and you'll be fine. There's part one of why I do not want kids. It's pinned, I'm wearing orange. Number two is that I cannot risk my kid dying before me. Of course, this is completely out of my control. I have control issues. I'm not sure if you've been able to figure that out, but yeah. Now, for like I've never had kids, I've never lost a kid, but I feel comfortable saying that the worst pain possible is losing a child. I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard that wail, that cry when a parent finds out that their child is dead. I never ever want to, oh, don't cry. On a platform, on the internet, get it together. I never want to hear that noise again. It is, anyway, yeah, I can't risk the world taking my child because I can't cry like that. And last but not least, I assure you, I can't trust you guys. You people who are out there raising your kids in horrendous ways while I'm putting in all the effort. By the way, I haven't put in any effort, but hypothetically speaking, I've put in a lot of effort to raise my kid well, and they have one interaction with you and you ruin my hard work. Like, I hear things about like your kid was very nice and then they started school and then they got bullied and then they got mean and then it's like could we all just do better? But anyway, who am I to judge? I don't have kids. But yeah, those are my three very, very serious fears about having kids. And it's one of the reasons why I won't have any, because these three things are out of my control, kind of ish.
Imagine literally having the worst day of your life. Like, you're on the brink of tears, you're on the brink of a fucking mental breakdown. And something goes, Mommy.
I'll do you better than that. What if on top of all that, you having a mental breakdown, you're in tears, somebody's calling you mommy, somebody else is asking, what's for dinner? I'm hungry. And imagine this person is older than you, and they are perfectly capable of boiling water themselves, if he wanted to. He's perfectly capable of taking care of his own children if he wanted to, but he doesn't want to. Yeah, it's 2024. I'm gonna need y'all to stop being ignorant when it comes to why somebody doesn't want that. As to why somebody does not want a family in 2024. It's not even including the cost of living. On top of that, I gotta deal with 2 children. Yeah, I think the fuck not.
I know that people don't like it when you're child free and you talk about how that makes you happy, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Because not having kids isn't just something that I'm doing that I'm okay with or at peace with. It's something that I actively enjoy. Like, every second that I don't have a kid, I am thrilled. I actually think that not having children brings me the same joy that having children brings to other people. When I wake up on a Sunday morning and I don't have to rush out of bed to feed a baby, I am overjoyed. When I get to take my time and take myself to lunch because I don't have to save money for someone's college one day, I'm thrilled. I had so much fear when I came to terms with the fact that I never wanted to be a mother, because everyone tells you that you're gonna be miserable and lonely and you're gonna regret it one day. I've never had even a millisecond in my life where I thought, you know what would make this moment better? A child. But every single day I have a moment where I'm like, you know what would make this exponentially worse? A child. And every single time I talk about this, parents take it as some sort of personal attack. Like, well, I can save money too. I can travel. I'm happy. Great. I'm so happy that you're happy. You're allowed to talk about that without getting called names. So maybe just don't. Or do, but like somewhere else.
I can't believe that we are in 2025 and we are still asking women, when are they going to have kids? So I'm 31. I'm going to be 32 this year. I've known that I never wanted to have kids since I was maybe 18. And every year that goes by, that feeling gets even stronger. I don't get older and think, oh, maybe For me, it's a hell no. And I always say, when it comes to having kids, if it's not a hell yes, then it's a hell no. Because this is not even something you can go into like half-hearted, because you will regret it. Like, do you not see the videos of the people reading the Reddits from, you know, women that regret their decision about having kids, etc.? Like, that would be me. And for me, it's like, why do you want to have kids? Why do you want to have kids? if it's to carry on the family name and my legacy, just what even is your legacy? Like, come on. Bro, you got nothing to your name. It's usually the men that say this as well, to be honest. And people are so quick to ask people, like, oh, when are you having kids? But in the same sentence, they should be asking, are you financially stable enough to have kids? Are you mentally stable enough to have kids? Are you in a happy relationship? Or is your relationship a partnership where, you know, you're not going to be a single mother in a relationship? Like, if you want to have kids, by all means, that is your business, and I'm happy for you in that decision. But I've honestly never looked at anyone's life with a child and thought, I want that. In fact, I think the complete opposite every single time. And it's not that I dislike kids, it's just that life is not for me. Like the life of a parent. And before everyone says, oh, but you can do the same things that you can still travel, you just take them with you, etc. Like, can we be for real for just 5 seconds? Like, if you say, oh, I don't want to give up my freedom, I still want to be able to do X, Y, Z, they'll say, oh, but you can still do all that, you can still do all that. But then someone will make a TikTok about how difficult being a mother is, and those same people will be in the comments being like, oh my god, I know it's so difficult, I can't do this, I can't go to the toilet, I can't wash my hair, etc. But then it's like those same women want to tell childless women so much about how your life won't change that much, because if you still want freedom and travel, you can just do all of that. Like, be for real, you cannot. Also, I've never known anyone try to sell motherhood more than mothers with kids. Like, that is the only demographic that tells me that, oh, you should so have kids, you should so do it. I seen a creator say the other day that the only time mothers pretend that their life didn't change and they have the exact same Saturday as a single child-free woman is when they are speaking to a single child-free woman. Because then when the conversations come up about how difficult it is, how much our lives change, no one talks about how much our lives change. Oh, my partner doesn't pull his weight. It's the same people that want to talk about, oh my god, I know, it's so hard. Also, this is not me bashing women with kids, by the way. If you want to have kids and like that's your goal and that is what makes you happy, then I'm happy for you. If you like it, I love it. But I know deep in my soul that that way of life is not for me. And since I've become a dog mum, I've honestly realised it even more. And for some reason, the last couple of weeks on my FYP, I've had a few videos of people being a dog mum and then having a baby and then like rehoming their dogs and stuff. I'm not being funny. If I had to rehome anything, it's going to be the human child, no offence. So do you guys see why like I can't have kids? I also hate it when people with kids say to child-free people, oh, you'll never know real love, etc. unless you have a kid. First of all, that's so rude, because having a kid is not the be-all and end-all of your existence. Even if you do have kids, you are more than that. Second of all, what about all the people that actually have fertility issues and can't have kids even if they wanted to? What, so their life is pointless and meaningless and they have no purpose because they can't have kids? Do you not have good friendships? Do you not have a great family that you love? Do you not have pets? Like, you don't only need a child to experience love. I feel like those comments also are just rooted in misogyny, because in this society, it's like people think the only worth a woman has is if she's a mother and or a wife. But a lot of these married women and women in relationships are single mothers. Like, your baby daddy lives a child-free lifestyle. Like, a lot of these men will do whatever they want to do without even consulting their partner. But if a woman wants to go to the shop without the kids, they have to ask permission. So when I look at these women's lives that are telling me to have kids, it's like, I would never trade places with you. Like, I'm sorry, I just don't want to live a life where my entire life, finances, every single thing just goes on this other small human for the rest of my life. Because also, parenting doesn't stop at 18. I know a lot of you think that, but parenting is forever. And another reason I don't want to have kids is because I actually realise how much goes into parenting. Like, a lot of you people just want babies. Do you not realise that baby is going to be a toddler, and then a little young person, and then eventually a teenager? Are you ready to raise a teenager and young children, or do you just want a cute newborn baby? Because that phase is not even going to last long. So can we please respect child-free women's decisions to not have kids the same way we respect women's choices to have kids? Thank you.
Did you know that being childless and husbandless is actually one of the most powerful things you can be as a woman? Yeah. And I'll say that again because I know it's going to ruffle some feathers. But the feathers need to be ruffled because for all the young women out there, myself included, who felt or have felt or are feeling like they are behind in life because they do not have a husband, they do not have children, did it ever occur to you, my love, that maybe there are better and bigger things that God is trying to do in your life right now? And maybe He wants you to focus on your relationship with Him. That's the man you need to invest into God. Because it's not like I don't ever want a husband and kid. Maybe one day. I was always the woman, I'm telling you, my whole life dream and goal centered around a husband and marriage and children. And, God put it on my heart at the beginning of this year that maybe God has bigger and better for me waiting. And I don't need the husband and children to get that. Maybe I can do that all by myself with God's help. Men are great, like if you find one that treats you well and makes life better, by all means, babe. And if you are married and if you do have children, I hope that you are living in your blessing, in the blessing that you have prayed for, because that's all we ever want. But I am just trying to encourage the young woman watching this video that has just dreamt and hoped and prayed as a little girl until she grew up to have this husband and kids. And babe, there is so much more in life to that. I promise you. And if it's meant to be, it's going to be. Okay? So just chill out. But there's a reason why the rich auntie that has no kids is happy, stress-free, and living her best life. Right, because she has no kids.
I was chatting with a guy at work today, and he asked me if I had any kids, to which I responded with, "Oh no, I'm not going to have children." And he kind of laughs, and he's like, "Oh, you say that now, but never say never." To which I responded with, "No, I know for a fact that I'm never going to have children." He got a little curious at that part and was like, "Oh, you know this?" To which I then responded with, "Yeah, I've known since I was a child that I don't want to have kids, and I'm 35 years old now, and that hasn't changed, and I really don't see that changing in the future, so yeah, I can confidently say I don't want kids and I'm never going to have them." And even after that, he still replies with, "Well, you never know." And it's just such a common theme anytime somebody is choosing to be child-free. There are always people, usually parents, who are like, "Oh, you'll regret that one day," like they know the person better than the person knows themselves. Do you not think we know ourselves? Do you not think we understand this decision and have thought about this decision and have our reasons as to why we don't want to be a parent or bring a child into this world? I don't know. It's funny to me. Just that I know myself, all right? I'm not meant to be a parent. Fuck.
Some people tell you you can still live your life to the fullest when you have kids. Yes, you can, but not to the fullest. If you have a great partner, yes, you can, but not to the fullest. Okay? A lot of things are going to change. The way you behave, everything's going to change. Your life, what you want, your decision in life will change because you not have children or a child or something. It's not going to be when you're making decisions by yourself for yourself alone, right? So all this, you can still travel with your children, you can still live a child, and you can still enjoy your life. Yes, you can enjoy your life, you can have fun, you can go for parties, you can travel and all of that, but you're not going to do it compared to when you don't have kids. Okay, if you don't have a child, I feel like is better. It's better if you don't travel with a child. I mean, if you don't travel with a child, it's better you're enjoying to the fullest. But if you travel with a child, you must travel with someone to help you because you're all over the place. You're going to a new country, a new place that you don't even know how everything works, and you're carrying another child. Like, it's just crazy. It's fun for the child to have experience, even you as well. Even it's also an experience for you. But I hate when people tell you you can also enjoy the travel if you go with your child. When they see you go alone, those are different enjoyment. You go into a place alone without your child, you enjoy it. But you taking your child, you cannot compare the enjoyment of you going alone. Let's just be frank and honest. Okay. Yeah. So I just feel like this 2025, people should stop. I just feel like in this 2025, people should stop selling this motherhood thing because, and the thing is, in my own head, I feel like women that sell these things the most are the ones that wish they can have your life. They're the ones that wish, you know, they don't have kids because if you actually ask them some deep question, in fact, sometimes when they tell you have kids, tell them, why can't you have another one? You see them telling you, oh, no, 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 these children are a mess. They'll tell you everything. I'm not kidding. They tell me everything that I need to know. And I just laugh. They just tell you everything you need to know in 1 minute. In 1 minute, they already tell you how miserable their life is in 1 minute. And the next minute, they're also selling it for you. How can you in 1 minute tell me how miserable your life is and the next minute you're selling the life for me again? Make it make sense. And this is the thing, because I don't blame some women, right? Because the way society make it look like if you don't have a child, your life is incomplete. And that's it, that's what they tell you. And I feel like that is so wrong. They tell you if you don't have a child of your own, as a woman, you must at least have one. In fact, if you tell people that you don't want to have a child or you want to stay child free for life, they tell you at least have one. Have one. And the thing is like, what do you mean at least have one? What does that one have to do with someone telling you, I don't want to have a child? They tell you because it's wrong for you to say you don't want to have a child in lifetime. Like, as a woman, you're supposed to have kids, you're supposed to want children, you're supposed to be a mother. That is why we're supposed to be a mom, you're supposed to have kids. So you saying that you don't want to have kids or you don't want to be a mom or something, you're saying something that is making they're not understanding. And thing is just it's just so crazy, to be honest. Anyway, are you a child-free woman? How do you react when some mothers sell motherhood to you? Or are you still contemplating on having kids? What is your take on having kids in this life that you are living in now? Because everything's scary these days, you know. So getting pregnant, having babies, I just feel like it's one extra risk that we shouldn't put ourselves into, to be honest. Unless it's worth it. And the way these men will leave you when you have kids for them, I don't know. What is your take on today's video? Can you share your thoughts down in the comment section? Respectfully, each got my Davies. And yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.